Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up, guys? Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we are going to be discussing and talking about the potential of an Ahsoka Season 2 even actually happening based off of the viewership of Ahsoka Season 1. We're going to go ahead and hop right on into it. In this video we are going to be taking a read from the Direct article. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. As a read, the events of Ahsoka Season 1's finale would indicate that there would be a Season 2 for the show, but weak viewership may have vanished those hopes for a potential second season of Disney Plus's Ahsoka. And let it do be known that there are plenty of plot points, narratives, and so much more to explore after the Ahsoka Season 1 finale. That's something that we've never really seen before with a Star Wars show, or especially with the Mandoverse, with any of those shows. Although, even if there isn't an Ahsoka Season 2, they still do have plenty of opportunity to pick up those narratives and those plot points from the Ahsoka Season 1 finale, wrap them up, finish them out, and let them play out in other Mandoverse shows, such as a potential Book of Boba Fett Season 2, The Mandalorian Season 4, Dave Filoni's big Star Wars Mandoverse cultivation movie that was announced at the beginning of this year, Star Wars Skeleton Crew, Rangers of the New Republic was also announced alongside with the Ahsoka show, so never say never on those prospects of that show actually moving forward and actually happening, and for whatever else they may announce in the future of the Mandoverse. So of course, with really that all being said alone, there's plenty of opportunity for them to pick up the narratives and plot points of Ahsoka Season 1's finale. But discussing the prospects of a Season 2 of Ahsoka, Disney Plus has quickly become the home of all live-action Star Wars projects. The latest journey followed Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka Tano as she reconnected with many of the Star Wars characters previously seen in the Star Wars Rebels animated show, and also throughout the Skywalker saga as well. Let's not forget, one of the biggest moments in Season 1 was the return of, once again, Hayden Christensen's Chosen One, Anakin Skywalker, generating massive buzz for prequels and the Clone Wars fans alike. Although, despite, unfortunately, this excitement, its finale didn't necessarily live up to the hype as many have come forward. I myself, quite personally, have discussed this in a number of videos already here on the channel into the regards of Ahsoka, both in our reaction video and in our breakdown video for Ahsoka's finale. I loved it. That's me, quite personally. I really enjoyed the finale of Ahsoka. Let me know what you guys might have thought about it in the comment section down below, especially as some time has now passed here. It's kind of sat around in your mind maybe, and maybe you have some new feelings about it, so let me know in the comments down below. Although, according to SambaTV.com, the Ahsoka finale drew in 863,000 viewers in the US alone households during the first 5 days of its release. This pales in comparison to its fellow Star Wars Disney Plus counterparts though, however. In particular, Obi-Wan Kenobi's finale was viewed by 1.8 million US households in its first 5 days. And also in comparison to other finales for live-action Star Wars, especially in the Mandoverse, the Book of Boba Fett finale reached 1.5 million in its first 5 days with its finale. The Mandalorian Season 3 finale pulled in 1.4 million household viewers in its first 5 days on the streaming platform, and the Mandalorian Season 2 finale 1.1 million in its first 5 days on the streaming platform as well. Although it seems that the Ahsoka series didn't even reach that million viewership threshold that all of these other live-action Star Wars shows were able to accomplish. So that being said, and looked at alone from this source here, well, is there going to be an Ahsoka Season 2? Will Ahsoka actually be renewed for a second season? The outlook for an Ahsoka Season 2 has grown a bit grimmer following this disappointing finale viewership numbers, especially when considering Ahsoka set up and reintroduced so many characters during this live-action New Republic era of Star Wars. A film directed by Dave Filoni is coming out within the next 3 to 4 years, but in order for that film to make sense and really, come together and work, many fans believe that an Ahsoka Season 2 must happen to set up the plot holes and those plot lines to further and continue it on. But as I had also mentioned, there's other areas for them to wrap up many of these narratives and plot points that were set up in the Ahsoka Season 1 finale, such as The Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett, Skeleton Crew. There's a lot of different directions that they're able to go in order to kind of finish up those plot points for them to play out and actually make sense in Dave Filoni's Mandoverse cultivation movie. The Ahsoka finale left a lot up in the air, including Ahsoka and Sabine remaining stranded on this planet of Peridia in a whole nother galaxy, Thrawn returning to the main Star Wars galaxy, and Baylan Skoll standing atop a statue of the Mortis gods, although unfortunately I don't believe that will ever be fully told and resolved. A name change could also be made for a second season of Ahsoka though, also possibly the return of Rebels. Getting away from a title character series could be wise, as many Star Wars fans not familiar with the animation would be able to just interest in a series titled Ahsoka. So with that in mind, a potential rename of Ahsoka, maybe like Ahsoka Season 2 being renamed to Rebels and being displayed as like a whole separate show essentially, but continuing on those same plot lines and those threads there, especially like in a more wider, broad aspect of things, just as a show named Rebels, I think could be a fantastic thing and something that could really well work. As I had also mentioned at the beginning of this video, there was another Star Wars live-action Mandoverse show that was announced back in 2020 alongside with the Ahsoka series, that there being Rangers of the New Republic, although it seems that that show's been canned and cancelled for the time being because of the firing of Gina Carano's Cara Dune. That Disney Plus show was said to be heavily focused on her overall character, but since she's been fired, they weren't really going to be doing anything with that show anymore, although a lot of Star Wars fans out there believe that there's still a lot of potential with that Rangers of the New Republic television show, such as setting things up for Hera Syndulla or Carson Teva, Zeb as well. Although, if we don't get a Rangers of the New Republic, they'd still be able to take that spot, and maybe even that name of Rangers of the New Republic honestly could still work for an Ahsoka Season 2, kind of continuing on and finishing up those plot points that we had in the Ahsoka finale. And so, with this all being said, the viewership numbers for Ahsoka's finale alone, it didn't meet that 1 million threshold, essentially, that a lot of other Star Wars finales were able to do in the past. And quite realistically, and being honest, transparent with you guys, that makes it more slim for us to even receive a Ahsoka Season 2 moving forward. That's just kind of how it works, quite honestly. There's definitely a story to be told, that's one thing for sure, but if Disney wants to invest into that is a whole nother thing. And so, with this all being said, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions and theories in the comment section down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. What would you think about an Ahsoka Season 2 and everything that we have going on with the Mandoverse, this overall Ahsoka finale, leaving so many narratives and plot points kind of left open? Let me know what you guys are all thinking in the comment section down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.